I gotta say, I haven't been this excited for an unboxing in a long time. This isn't some budget guitar from Amazon, this is the real deal. As you can tell from the name on the box, we have a guitar from Balageur. And inside this box right here is the Balageur Limited 2024 Espada. Let's get into it. Well, we're off to a great start. As you can see, they sent the guitar packed in a nice sturdy gig bag. Let's open it up. This is definitely a quality gig bag. Tons of padding on the inside. Okay, here we go. You guys get to see it before I do. Looks good from the back. How's it look? This thing looks beautiful. So here it is. Feast your eyes on the Balageur Espada. It has 22 stainless steel frets, a roasted maple neck, and a roasted maple fingerboard. It also has locking tuners and a hip-shot hardtail bridge. You have one volume knob and one tone knob with a push-pull coil split. The fret ends are nice and smooth, and that really helped with the playability. These locking tuners help the guitar stay in tune no matter how hard I was chugging away. And keep in mind I'm a bass player first that plays with a pick, so I hit these strings kinda hard. However, there is one thing worth mentioning that a lot of guitar players like to know, and that's how thick the neck is. Some people might consider this neck a little bit on the thick side, especially if you're used to something thin like an Ibanez. However, myself personally, I found the neck quite comfortable. This guitar has a nice solid weight to it, and you can tell it was built with care. Well, hello there. You might notice I'm wearing a different t-shirt. And no, I'm not incorporating wardrobe changes into my videos. I'm actually filming this segment 2 weeks later because I decided to scrap about 50% of my original video. The reason I scrapped part of the old video is because I feel like I rushed through the unboxing. I was eager to use this guitar in other videos, so I didn't really give it the attention it deserved. So coming up, you're going to see a raw tone test coming out of my PV6505 Mini, coming out of my Randall KH 4x12. I'm going to be doing clean tones, ambient tones, and of course heavy brutal tones. After the raw tone test, we'll come back for a quick chat, and you'll get my final thoughts. So after getting to play this guitar for a couple weeks, I can confidently say this is becoming one of my favorite guitars. I was looking for a guitar that would give me a nice warm clean tone, and the neck pickup on this guitar does exactly that. As you heard in the raw tone test, I like to experiment with different pedals, creating ambient spooky tones. And I gotta be honest, I've absolutely been loving the tones I've been creating. But if you're a fan of this channel, you know how much I love my brutal heavy tones. And this Espada guitar by Balageur delivered there too. Finding a guitar that can do nice clean ambient tones as well as brutally heavy tones is something I've been looking for. So I think it goes without saying you'll be seeing a whole lot more of this guitar in my future videos. And just in case it wasn't already obvious, I'm going to go ahead and give this one the Tatted Bald Guy seal of approval. Nice job, Balageur. Now back to the previously recorded video. Now I think we should take an up close and personal look at this guitar because the paint job is killer and the neck looks awesome. I have to say, when I plugged this guitar in for the raw tone test, I was incredibly impressed. Normally when I get a new guitar, I have to play around with the EQ a little bit to dial in an awesome tone. This sounded incredible right away. Not only that, this guitar actually arrived in tune, which is crazy. If you go back to some of my earlier tone test videos, when I would take the guitar out of the box, I would play a chord just to see how bad it was out of tune. I actually stopped doing that because it was never in tune. So you can imagine my surprise when I plugged this into my tuner and barely had to make any adjustments. In my opinion, that's a sign of a great guitar. So if you've been playing guitar for a while and you're ready to upgrade your guitar to the next level, then you need to seriously consider Balageur guitars. So now for the $1,000,000 question. Would I recommend this guitar? Yes, absolutely. I think this is the perfect guitar for any guitar player who's looking to up their game and buy a more quality axe without spending the $6,000 on a USA custom shop. So if you want to check out one of these guitars for yourself, you're going to go to BalageurGuitars.com. So that's going to do it for this one. I really appreciate you stopping by. If you're new here and you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button. Anyway, I'm the Tatted Bald Guy, reminding you, it doesn't matter the genre, good music makes your head nod. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.